Hi, WoW Soloist here. Today we have our level 17 Mesmer, another new character, who is looking to reveal quite a bit of her map. She is also in Shiver Peaks at the moment, and she has 2 dailies to do. She's going to get this vista she already has for a Shiver Peaks Vista daily, and then she needs to get to Kryta, which is a long ways away, back in her human territory. Right now she's in the Norn territory, that's the Norn capital there. Down here is Lion's Arch, and over here is Divinity's Reach, which is close. Queensdale below it is, which she already has mostly revealed, that is the closest thing to her leveling. It's the one below her level, so she needs to start exposing that map as well. So we have a bit of work to do, and she has some level grinding to do. Now, we also always gather mats when we're doing this, and she's got some copper dealing gear on her, but no iron gear, and she needs the iron gear for where she's going. So the merchant here unfortunately doesn't carry such, so we'll be picking that up on our way. Now, let's go get this vista. It's way up on the top of a mountain, a little slippery, but not too bad. There's probably 2 ways to do it, but I find this side is a lot easier because there's lots of jumping puzzle blocks. Gets you off the castle, up walls, up onto this mountain. And this one, oh, there's a little Asura running down the other side. This one is fairly straightforward, just don't fall off. Oh, look at all these peeps up here. Whoops, like don't fall off. It's a little slippery in spots. Beautiful view, though, of this area. This is actually the secondary crafting hub in Shiver Peaks. This is in the Wayfarer Foothills area. The primary crafting area is always, of course, the main city, the racial city, and that is Wilbrach here, and that one is has more capabilities. This will have crafting stations, but typically the secondaries don't have a trader, an auction trader or auction house trader. So there's no Black Lion people, there's usually no banker. So you have more facilities of that sort when you're in the primary cities. But this will do. Put yourself up there, did you? Down the wrong way. Gotta go over here. Whoop. Good jumper. The humans and the Sylvari run fast. The Norn do not. They're definitely slow and clunky, as you might expect. The Char are a little annoying. They do remind me of, well, they are similar to the WoW Worgen, in that when they run, they choose to go down on all fours, and it's sometimes a little tricky to get them to come back up. Never see any baby whites here for my hunter to tame. Some of these boas are pretty rare. We're in a copper zone here, so we can go grab a bit of this. But this one, although she's only in a 79 crafting zone, she's already out of the copper world, and even the bronze world for the most part. She's an armor smith, so she's mainly not getting up there. She's mainly interested in iron at this point. Well, gotta figure out how to get up there, and that is, remember correctly, running all around the mountain. The dinging, of course, is what happens when you come in and out of various event zones, or what's called renown hearts, like that one up there, which is basically a quest zone. use other games terminology for better understanding. Again, taking that. Ooh. Okay. Mesmers are your mage class, if you wish. They use all kinds of illusions, basically, to... They build up and then shatter illusions. Oh, thank you, other player. Except it's not another player. They build up illusions and then shatter them to deal damage. And they can often have several characters going at once where it's hard to tell which is the real one, for enemies, which is the real and which is not. So it's a lot like a World of Warcraft mage, except that it isn't. I think this is a local quest item, so it's just going to probably fill up our... Why do we have a green tree in the middle of the northern woods in the snow? We won't go there, because it's a green deciduous tree, and that's the white conifers. That's extremely strange, but I guess stranger things have happened. We can try to take a hop or two up here, but I think we're not going to get very far on that other piece of iron. Maybe, maybe not. No till you try. Jumping puzzles are interesting because you really never do know till you try, but I'm stuck. Are you stuck? Going that way, she says. Whoa! If you get truly stuck, this looks like a great place to fall to your death, so that's not a good idea. Even though the res point's right nearby. I don't think there a ledge is going to take us... I don't want to tick off these griffins. But every one of these things I take, I guess, is... Maybe I have to take them back to someone to get any. No, I think we're too far away from our mountain where our ore was, so... Well. And now we have a griffin on our back. Ooh. Oh, we can throw eggs. Eat egg. Ah, nice. Health. Buff. Okay, so where are we going here? I see copper. As usual, the yellow mobs are friendly for the most part, unless you attack them. So as usual, they're around because so you can't use AoE or area of effect spells that might pick them up, because then you would really be in deep trouble. Okay, we seem to have a point of interest, that funny little box that we haven't seen yet, even though we've exposed the map in that area. No, looks like a bunch of baddies. This could be time for a dodge roll. Dodge roll! Ooh! Wet stream. Well, didn't even splash. Okay. Now, this thing is either at the top of this or it's inside it. Usually you'll get credit one way or the other. Look like there's anybody interesting inside this. And it doesn't look like you're getting into it anyway. Invitation only, this place. Okay, where are we going? Across the road. Another humble, snowy hut. Actually remind me of wine cellar caves. Rats. Ice version. but it's a beautiful place for a stroll. Using our mini map in the upper right hand corner to figure out where we are and where we're going. Ah, now we have a merchant. Maybe this guy. Ah, jerky. Does not look. No. Gain might when you die. Does it last? 10 minutes. Eh. Okay, so we're still looking for somebody who's going to sell us some mining equipment. That's better than copper. And while we're at it, we'll go grab a tree. Another perfect little green tree in the middle of the snow. Must be a magical tree. The Mesmer has extra spells on the left-hand side, not just the basic 5, but also an F1, F2, F3. So she basically has 8 different spells on her left hand, which is handy. Of course, this is always the healing spell, which she has several choices of. And another one which is usually either a shield or a debuff or debuff removal. And then this is usually some kind of protection. In her case, she has the standard mage blink if you were in WoW. Only she can target her blink. When WoW, you just jump a certain feet in the direction you're going. In this case, she can actually put herself in a range. However, of course, that requires... Oh, pretty friendly griffin. That requires the mouse click, which... if your hands are otherwise occupied, isn't always the best of things in the heat of battle. But... alright, more trees, more trees. Definitely a very forested area. There's a passage here. We go this way. It's going to take us into another zone. Might as well just take that briefly and see what kind of things are. I believe probably either skrit or bats. Oh, rats. Pretty empty in here. Nice to have some ore. Where are you, ore? There you are. You can buy backpack covers to skins to re-skin your backpack in all kinds of wild and wonderful ways, and she's at 17. It's not worth doing because she's changing gear so often at this point. As she crafts up better backpacks, there's not much point in putting or even bothering to skin them. But this is a pretty ugly skin that they provide by default. Alrighty, dredge. Kick. Thank you for that. Or not. The excavators are neutral, but the actual dredge definitely aren't. A strange one. Rich ones usually give you 3 full passes at it. That one was sort of half of a rich one, 1.5 passes. Alright. Let's not go there and say we did. Are we getting anywhere in here other than turned around? It looks like we can go out to the south.
We just have to figure out how to get there, if we can go there.
Alright, you keep wanting to bear right. Just check first and see, do we have anything down here behind this funny thing here? You'll notice that mobs ignore you sometimes when you're, even red ones, that was a yellow one, but if you're that much bigger than them, they're not supposed to. You're supposed to scale down to them, or they're supposed to scale up to you, but in reality, I don't think we're getting anywhere here unless we can get somewhere up, and the answer is nope. Over there, maybe. But I don't think... I have been up on these before. I do remember crisscrossing away. Trying to remember if they actually did go somewhere. F1, F2, F3, I would say, there are AoE here, target area. I would think of them more as rage release on a druid or warrior in World of Warcraft. So in other words, it's the thing that releases your pent-up energy in power and lets you use it offensively, but that just means you have to build it back up again to be very useful after that. I don't think we're really getting far here. Unless we do a lot of climbing, which is just going to slow us down on our exploration. We'll find a way to get back down there. We're more interested in going to Kryta than Aguma Jungle anyway. But we will grab a tree or two on our way. Our last part one of this was the Elementalist, which is actually quite a much more complex character, I find, than the Mesmer to play. Oops, yep, that's what I was afraid of. Ran out of harvesting tools. Okay, we need a town with someone who's actually going to bother selling us some iron tools, and this is a copper zone, so... Ooh, that was gory. So it's just quite likely that we're not going to find any for a while. Oh! That was rude. As viewpoints go, this one is easy. Normally they don't vistas don't just sit on the side of the road. Very nicely rendered waterfall. In layers, almost looks like a particle stream. Very Norn building. They must be very cold resilient. And if you're new to Guild Wars 2, there of course are, like any game, exploration. exploration achievements that happen because you've exposed parts of the map. No, are you still up? I thought you were dead. Uh-oh. Time to do a little healing. I'm assuming that's his zone, so... I think you're getting enlightened a little too much, gal. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, that was a cute one. I'm not even quite sure how I did that. Okay, we had to come up here to get that. I don't think there's any need... Oh, there's a hero point. Yes, there is a need to stay around. So, we were talking earlier, the vistas all count toward the exploration of a zone achievement. So do all the hearts, which are the quests. So do all the little points of interest, like this red little box. It's red now because we've viewed it. It was brown before we did. And these hero points also give you skills. So I was going to yak us to death. I knew, it always winds up with you having to fight the... Well, not always, but it's the way to bet. Thank you. One more hero point, which is one more contribution to a skill. Used to be one more point was basically one more trait, but now... Oh, will you stop that? Now that you're on a skill basis, not a trait base... Ah! I think we should stop and get rid of this guy. Except that there's a lot of them. Okay. As the Norn would say, that was refreshing. Alright, where to now? I think that was mainly a dead end up there. Looks like it. So unfortunately, we have some area to retraverse here. We may spend a little money to speed it up. Okay. Yep. Checking. Seem to be exposed to the north here, and nothing, or exposed to the south, got nothing much uncovered to the north. I'm not going to forage because foraging, everything that you get is a different object in your bags and can rapidly fill up your bags. So she's got quite a bit of space, but we're not going to go there right now. If you find something like asparagus or avocado or something that's either chili pepper or cayenne pepper is quite worth a lot, then grab the expensive ones. always a little trickier off the beaten path. Oop! Those guys are invisible and pop around a lot. So waypoints, of course, also count, but also, as we explained in the Elementalist video, waypoints are critical because if you die, you have to res yourself at a waypoint, and if you haven't gotten the closest waypoint, you might have to run back a whole long ways. The orange circle means we have an event here, and we might just not get involved in that. It depends. I seem to remember this event. I think we'll not get involved in this one. And of course we can always sell to the auction house. If we start getting full, we can always sell to the Black Line Trading Company on just on the UI here from anywhere in the world. We just can't get the money that it owes us or any goods that we buy until we actually get to a trader NPC. So at the moment it doesn't really owe me very much.
I have room in my bags for a few more.
You do. Okay. It does not look as if there is any vendor here that's going to help us out with our lack of lumbering equipment. Actually,
She might have. She does. She does have a few logging axes, not many.
is one of the tunes that tends to carry a few extras, so actually we can grab a tree or two, but it's not worth going back for. Now, we came sort of this way, but not quite. These sons of Schmald, or whatever his name is, Svanir, they're a little bit of a pain throughout the Shiver Peak zones. Not as much of a pain. They do hit hard, but they're not as much of a pain as the ghosts are in the char zones. The ghosts in the char zones are quite painful because they're at a very low level usually when you first encounter them, and they come on you in large, relatively large for a new tune. Easily you'll get 6s and more. Yes, we don't stop for carrots. If you get 5 or 6 ghosts, they hit hard. You're probably done if you're alone, so you learn to not be too fond of ghosts when you're young. You're not too fond of centaurs or minotaurs when you're a little older, because they come in packs and they hit hard. These sons of Svanir don't really fight, as you saw, all that closely together, but they hit hard too. A mountain troll, no?
Endurance running low.
Yeah, well, it'll pick back up. What is that thing?
Oh, it's a grawl. Sort of cross between an ape and a troll. Yeah, as an 11, she's actually much more level appropriate here. Actually, we missed a tree. Check out if this valley is actually going to take us anywhere other than to a piece of ore. Looks relative dead end full of griffins. Oh, wait. Arctodus. That's what my hunter has. Cross between a bear and a wolf. Legendary creatures of legend, like I guess the griffins that are hanging around here. Actually quite an interesting... This is where you have to come to tame the young ones. You get a juvenile one. Well, you know, it does look to me like there's something... sunlight on the other side, so... Oh yeah. When they X up on you, that's not a good sign. Okay.
Come here. Enlighten me.
Ditch some condition damage there.
Underwater. Underwater copper. Not too often you see that.
Okay, let's see if this guy's got any iron tools.
What can I do for you?
Just look at that. There's a good NPC. We'll buy you one of each. Okay.
Don't need them yet. I still haven't run into any iron, but... Now we've sort of come around full circle to where we started, interestingly enough. Because we filled in this little zone. Now back here, there's some Sons of Svanir hanging around there. It's looking like we probably should go to Divinity's Reach. So that means getting back on the road. Maybe we'll hit some of that place on the right there that we haven't seen yet. But the Lion's Arch is part of Kryta. There's Kryta below it, there's Kryta above it, and like to the northwest, there's Kryta to the south. Problem is that all the Kryta zones that are near Lion's Arch are too high level for this tune at 17. Oh, yeah, see, here's the Minotaurs. Oh, a whole herd of them. Isn't that cute? And so because Lion's Arch is that much higher level, there's really no point for her to try and do any mining or whatever she's doing for the daily.
Creative spirits of the wild. They rarely answer.
She needs to more likely go, and she'll probably just take a jump into the Queensdale area, the southern part, and start working down from south of Divinity's Reach and get herself into the 17 to 25 zone. Now, there's a vista here she hasn't seen, but the only way to get to that vista that I know of is basically to go all the way around the mountain. So this is one of these vistas you're best to pick up later, in my experience, as far as I know. Okay, similarly, we can go way back around here. Well, let's do that. Maybe we'll expose a little more map before we take a jump over to Queenstown. Now what we are looking for...
Spirits of the wild, welcome.
is... They don't automatically list the dailies anymore. Right, a minor. Okay. But we can track it manually. They used to track it automatically for the dailies. So we need to go mining in Kryta. Oh
goody. Did say I dislike the Minotaurs in this game. And the Centaurs. Yeah, right up there. That one's on the wrong side. Oh, you go away, little Minotaur. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there isn't a way to get up from here. Oh no, there is. Look at that. Yeah, good. That saved you a little work. You don't have to run and hop down that entire line of funny, lumpy, fancy thing. Oops! Oops, that was a mistake. From there, you're gonna fall down. And have to do it again. Nasty. Okay, look down and check your footing this time. And hop. Another beautiful view. Gorgeous virtual world, this one. And that beautiful cut mountain. Gotta like snow for this zone, though. Yeah, so she's halfway through the vistas in this zone. Alright, which way are you going? Well, there's ore over here. So we might as well go this way. Ooh, and trolls. Mountain trolls. To take care of him. Oh, it's a Jotun, so they're even worse. Like an Orgron or something. Thank you. Okay. Do we really want to go up there? And the answer is, oh joy. There is a point over here that we should try to get. Staying away from the Jotun a bit. It's a crack in the mountain here. Actually leads to a whole pack of these dudes, I believe. Another dead end full of them, so let's not hang around.
Come here. Enlighten me.
Better enlighten quickly and get out of here. Ew. Not that well, you could go that way, I suppose. Frustrated little Jotun.
Endurance running low.
Yeah. Minotaurs here. They do run faster. To a degree. That Sylvari player will take care of him. Another waypoint. Oh no. Oh, that's actually good and bad. Good and bad. Well, but this is a mining pick, so that's good, because she still has some copper.
I thought she might have had to go to the iron. Using iron tools on copper is what we call a waste of money. Okay. There's a tree. And I think it's way up there, yep. Just like snow, having gotten down there doesn't mean it's easy to get up. Another vista. This one is quite cool. Coming in this way, you get to see it. It's actually quite easy. I love these rope bridges. They are so cool. Oh yeah. Now you have anchored a whole pile of things. Yes, because the Norn carve their animal spirits into the mountains. You never know when you're going to come across one of these shrines. Gorgeous animals. Now, we have a whole pile of grumpy looking critters, but we also have, I don't believe it, I think what they're referring to, okay, well, there's your test of strength, eh? Wow, nice. Of course, they were only level whatever. This one isn't even bothering to acknowledge my presence. What are you, level 6? Yeah, didn't stand a lot of a chance there, did he? But he's gonna try, because he's a Minotaur. Aha! There we are. Oh, this is the jackalope. Let's just see if we have any junk we've picked up from all these guys. Doesn't look like it. I think we can ditch a few things here. We don't need those. Bunch of stuff to put into the Mystic Forge from the look of it, or salvage. This. Okay. It doesn't.
Is out there.
Well,
It's a danger
actually,
to all of us.
there might be that one hero point. It's about the only thing here that's worth our time. Then we're going to go take a jump. Oh, nice. I'm going to take another jump into Krita. Finish off our daily. Beautiful caverns too. The caves are pretty even. And usually full of big spiders. Big aggressive spiders. There's no way to get. I don't think so. you've crossed zone, region, or whatever. It's now green. Wow, I do too. Yeah, this is a bit of a steep climb here. You have to watch your footing. The path isn't always obvious. Alright, we need to go pick up this point. That was just the event. Looks like this one might be underneath. Oh, not down that hole, right? That's just where we came from. But yeah, it's possible, and it's that point of interest is down that hole. Oh, whoa, maybe there's another way in. And there is. Nice obelisk, or pillar. Very nicely done. Ah, yes. This is a shrine. A shrine to the bear.
And it has a sacred bear. There's no baby sacred. Oh, there's bear cub. Isn't it cute? I don't think bear cub would be tameable though. Normally for I mean, she's not a ranger, but suspicious tree. You really going to do that? There it is.
Level 2, I think we're back in the baby area here, so let's take ourselves a big flying jump. Let's go. Over to Kryta. Okay, Divinity's Reach. Blah blah blah. This looks like a good one. So Queensdale is the human baby zone, just south of the big human city of Divinity's Reach. And this area here that we've landed in is the secondary crafting hub for the human area. However, it's so close to Divinity's Reach, it's really, in this case, not terribly useful at all. This should be still Kappa. So I think we'll just pass on the Kappa for the moment. Centaur's all good. Zone crossing. Now it doesn't. Oh, actually, she has been here. She has one waypoint, which is probably. She probably nicked in the door, picked the waypoint, and ran ahead.
Or ran back. Yeah, because this is a 22 zone. What's that rat? Rats don't have levels, okay? I did not know that, now I do. The villager is level 23, so this is a pink zone for her, a little dangerous. Can't get there from here. Dungeon nearby, which is why can't get through there. Okay, it doesn't matter where we go here. We've not been there before. Silver. Well, it'll count. Maybe I'm really overwhelmed at silver. Silver actually is worth a bit more sometimes than iron, but you just don't get enough of it to really build up the big bucks when you sell it. And it takes up a slot in your bag and mean oh, that's even worse. She's ruining things because she did not switch her iron stuff when she crossed zones, so she got a few ruined silver bits. Get that waypoint at some point. It's going to be harder for her to ignore mobs in this zone because they are significantly stronger than her. Now, Grey Hoof Meadows is not a good. That's not good. That's not good at all, because that's centaurs. They hurt. Even when you're well above their level, they hurt. Oops, like that. You may not want to be in here. Looks like too many mobs for her at her level. Got credit for that silver even though we ruined it because we didn't have the right tool, so we're still getting our daily out of it, if nothing else. Silver is mainly used by the jewel crafting. Ooh, really? Profession, and my jewel crafter is already in the ascended level, so it doesn't help collect silver, so we just sell it. Now, too bad. Oh, look at that, it's logs. I don't think she needs those anymore, but we won't. Aha! That we need to sell some more. Okay, so she does have some garbage. Just throw away. Oh. Got a bunch of junk. So, sometimes it really is worth just chucking something cheap. Okay, here we are. Alright, now she's still in trouble. And she has to get way over there. That's a long way to go for that waypoint. We're a little level 17 off the road. But we're game. You can't dodge roll when you're swimming. You can underwater when you're fighting, but when you're on the surface you can't. Alright.
really do hate that noise that those waypoints make. I mean, it's intended to be annoying so you know they're there. But I'll tell you, it haunts your sleep if you're hanging around one too long. I don't think I want to go up that hill right now. I really don't. I think that's just not a wise place for a level 17 to go. Besides, we've got lots of area up here we have not explored.
Oh, someplace new.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Yeah, no, not more than me. 2 centaur at a time. Amazed they let me dodge roll that one, given they are so far above, or below, yeah, above. This tune is. Ew. And the grubs won't necessarily hurt unless you AoE them, but well, those ones will. Oh, where is that one? See, it could be a waste of time too, because it might all be above us.
Oh, someplace new.
When you need iron, it's all silver. When you need silver, it's all iron. Of course. Level up.
Oh, now we have to select something. This is not good sign. Well, I guess I have to pick something I already have. I'm not so worried about that. And we now have the daily, so
We can remain encumbered for a while. This is probably something worth saying. Problem is, it's right in the middle of your vision, you can't move it, and you can't see very well. But you can live with it. Have we found any places we would like to go? This is really quite a horrible spot because it's just solid centaur. Let's go over here. We can sell our junk, our daily is done, we'll get our reward, and then we'll wrap this video at that point. Ah, and we have a vista to do when we come back. Sell junk. Good. Take all. And accept our daily. Oh, I'm encumbered again.
What do you need?
oh, something else, obviously. Don't ask silly questions. I thought we had had several pieces of junk. Well, there we go. Don't need her. Let's get rid of the silver.
Okay. At this point, we're done, so take all. And we'll open that when we get to a crafting station so we can immediately offload all of it. It'll be a bunch of 3 or 4 different types of ore to put into our materials store. So, there we are for this video for today, and this is WoW Soloist signing off on a Mesmer leveling and revealing Tyria map. See you next time.
I did all of that. Start.